I'm black! You're not at Streamer University! 82.5% of acceptances were black!
It's his! This is not a government-officiated event to put on nobodies!
Streamer University only has one Mexican right now.
Didn't invite the bigger like Hispanic streamers that we know is because literally 90% of them say the N-word.
Streamer U Part 2.
See, y'all turned it. Y'all on now. Y'all just on some. And listen, I'm the biggest hater until they put me in there. Y'all know that. I'm hate farming. I'm talking. I'm soaking up all the hate. But now y'all just like, come on, bro. This is. I had one thing I didn't like about Streamer U. Everything else is no other problem, gang. Y'all making it a race thing now? So y'all got a problem with a black man putting on other black people? Oh, wow. It's very interesting to me how when the black person helps out other black people in his community, it's a problem, but it's never a problem when the Mexicans, the white people, the Jewish, the Muslims, the Arabs, the Asians, it's never a problem when they do it. Why is it always a problem when we do it? Have you ever went to a dry cleaners and seen a black person working there? Because I haven't. Usually it's Asian people who own it and other Asians that work there. And that's one thing I salute Cenat for, period, because he puts everybody he put on, Tyleo, Punga, all them niggas, the black niggas. And he has pushed through. You know what I'm saying? He has made a way for black people to be able to, he's made a lane for black people, black kids to get on stream. It was a point in time where it was hard for a black person to stream. It was hard for black people to be content creators. He making it easier for us. And what's wrong with that? Y'all weird ass something one Mexican? What the fuck? Like, what are y'all, man, come on, bro. Y'all dumb ass on.
Has been getting think pieces left and right. I mean, I'm on my third video at this point, and the event hasn't even started. But yet, every single day, people have more and more complaints. Well, I really shouldn't say more complaints. It's the same complaint over again, just reskinned. This time, people are upset about certain creators not getting in. But the reason it's Kai's fault is because they're saying he's allowing only black creators to get in, along with being very discriminatory towards Mexican creators by not allowing them in and only having one of them instead of bringing back people that have already not only been a part of it, but also new creators that
Cenat is not Martin Luther King, bro. It's not his job to. Oh, let me make sure I got an even amount of everybody. Let me make sure I got 30% over here and 30% over here and 30%. Bro, if this nigga want to invite Chris Brown, Rihanna, that's a bad combination. Chris Brown. Listen, y'all, YouTube and Meta might owe you up to $1,000 if you or your child grew up on social media. If you or your child spent years growing up on social media and experienced serious mental health issues, you should hear this. Recently, a jury just ordered Meta and YouTube to pay millions for their role in designing and promoting addictive platforms. They know that their apps can cause anxiety, depression, or body image issues. But they never shared those risks with us. They never made us sign anything that we knew the risk. They just maximized their profits. And the recent historic verdict underscores the consequences of those decisions. But you better not worry. Morgan & Morgan is stepping up to hold these platforms accountable for the harm that they have caused. Click the link in my bio to take a very short questionnaire quiz because you might be entitled to a potential recovery of over $1,000. Chris Brown, Trace, if he want to invite a bunch of singers to the shit, he can do that. At the end of the day, it's his shit. So if he, like, man, get y'all ass on somewhere.
Actually tried out for Streamer University. It's pretty interesting to see the hoops that people are jumping to in order to get annoyed, not only at Kai, but also Streamer University as a whole. But I don't want to yap too much, so why don't we just start from the very beginning with who even are any of these people that we get here in the first place.
Because right now I'm about to confirm something that I'm pretty sure nobody didn't know about. Streamer University is happening every goddamn year. For as long as I am alive, as we will be happening. 2027, 2028, 2029, I'm going and getting bigger and better every single.
In case you somehow have never heard of Streamer University,
I don't believe it though. The rest of his life it's crazy. The rest of his life is crazy. Maybe he'll do it without like being a part of it. I don't know, but The rest of his life is crazy. Now, if he would have said the next 5, 10 years, I would have been like, okay, nigga, the rest of his life is crazy. Nigga.
Doubts, and because of how successful it was last year of not only putting on amazing entertainment for the content creators who are already established, but also putting on new content creators and helping them get new connections, this year it's 20, maybe even 30 times bigger, because every single streamer from every single walk of life, whether you're big, small, medium size, are trying to get into it, and because it's not possible for every single streamer to apply to actually get in, Wakai recently revealed who is actually a part of Streamer U. It caused a lot of outrage, and the people started acting crazy as if it was the end of the world.
Now I'm outside doing this because you did what? Woo, really? Woo!
You ain't getting in. Take your weird ass. I know she in LA. It's some California shit.
Because I need to get in still. This is what you do to people's careers.
Come on, Cenat. You know you need this, bro. Come on, Cenat. You know you need this, bro. Give me one chance, brother. I will start going to church, buddy. I will start going to church, okay?
All this begging shit, that shit is lame, too. Like,
he don't respect her, though. He don't respect her. If you don't respect her, it's her. We could have been security. We could have been the police for your department. Because if that's the police of your department, what they gonna do?
People were willing to embarrass themselves in the most craziest ways because they didn't get into Streamer U. And honestly, while I would like to sit here and point and laugh at all the ways that people tried to crash out because they were rejected, I have other videos talking about some of those events. But the biggest issue that I've seen with Streamer U recently is that people were genuinely upset about the ethnicity or race of the certain people that actually got in, to the point of making entire TikTok.
That's like somebody, look, this is what I just thought about. That's like somebody starting a label and you talking about some, y'all only got black rappers. Or somebody started a fucking basketball team. Y'all only got black players. It's only 2 white people. Yeah, because black people is usually the... What the fuck? Black people are usually the most entertaining people. We're usually the most athletic people. We're usually the people who are... This is a certain lane of people. Oh, how about this? How about one of you Mexican motherfuckers, just like for the whole world's history, how about one of you Mexicans take y'all motherfucking ass over here, okay? And y'all make a Latina University, okay? And you get all your Mexican homies, all your Spanish homies, get them all, and then put them in there. How about that? Aiden Ross is a person. Y'all got big streamers over there. Put together your own shit. If you gonna complain about it, put together your own shit. Instead of all this crying, and I'm a nigga, listen, every video I'm hating. I told, listen, from face to face, casting that nigga, I'm hating on you. And if me hating means that I never get in Streamer U, then I ain't never gonna stop hating. That just is what it is. But on all jokes and character aside, bro, like, it's his shit. So y'all take y'all ass over there, start y'all a white streamer university, a Mexican streamer, whatever the fuck y'all want to do, and y'all can bring all the Mexican people y'all want over there. You see how easy that
YouTube videos are trying to make whole think pieces about why it's bad that Cenat is only apparently accepting black students into Streamer University.
You're not black! You're not at Streamer University! 82.5% of acceptances were black. Not that there's a problem.
Just saying.
If you're a gooner girl, streamer, you're in Streamer U. If you're a super rich,
Mega famous streamer,
you're in Streamer U. One of the only people that deserved to be there was the puzzle lady. She didn't even apply. What the?
Saying that statement and then right after saying not that there's a problem with that, beyond insane. That's insane, at the end of the day, this is Cenat's event. This is Kai Stream University. He's the one putting everything together. He's the one picking out students. He's the one planning it. He's the one finding the venue, planning out how long the event is going to be, what they're going to do, the technology they're going to use, so he can invite and have whoever he wants. If he wants majority black students, heck, if he wanted just black students and wanted to uplift black creators, there should not be an issue with that. This person right here applied to Stream University, by the way, and
especially because I don't see y'all trying to help black people do shit. So it's very interesting to me. I don't see your race of people trying to help black people do a motherfucking thing. Let's just be honest, bro. What are you doing to help us do shit? FaZe Clan. FaZe Clan, they had black people for like 10 years, bro. I remember FaZe Clan when they was sniping niggas on Call of Duty. Before all this streaming bullshit, they didn't have no black people on there. Optic Gaming, they had no black people in there. I could go on all day. See, I've been on YouTube way too long for somebody to try to play. Like, I know history, gang. Like, you really can't name 5 huge black creators that just went mainstream and went crazy like that, folks. Cenat is really the only one. So, I think it's very commendable, actually, and I think he's doing it on purpose. He's making sure. See, I can hate on it because I'm not in there, but what I will never hate on is the fact that he puts our people on. He gives our people a chance because nobody else is doing that. When the Jewish people do it, nobody say shit. When the white man start a company and he hire his son that don't even know what the fuck he doing, but he hire his son over your black ass who got a degree, don't nobody say nothing. When the NBA owners hire their best friend from college to be the president and this motherfucker don't even know the shit about basketball, don't nobody say nothing. But when LeBron bring his son and get his son on the team, everybody got a problem with it though.
You can probably tell by the video he did not get in. Funny enough too, he has a follow-up video to this where he just makes himself sound 10 times worse.
Oh my god. Recently I made a video on Streamer U accepting majority black creators, and now I've been getting mass hate comments and mass reports trying to ban my account. Look, I'm not gonna say exactly what I wanna say because I will 100% get banned, but what I will say is I'm not white, and I've experienced all this racism that you guys fall oh so victim to. Look, if Kai actually gave a fuck, minus race, minus me not getting in, he would have accepted more small black creators. Core Boys, AMP, Lizzo, Sky Jackson, all of these people are super established. You idiots are defending them in the comment section. Oh, you didn't get in because you're not funny. We're making this a me versus black people issue when it was never that.
You did that, bro. Now, I to an extent, I agree with those people. I don't understand why Sky Jackson is in there. I don't understand why Lizzo is in there. But I do understand. I understand it's because this is not, and that's the only thing I've ever really had a real problem with, on side of me hating and all that shit, my character hating and whatever. The only thing I've ever had a real problem with Streamer U is the fact that he marketed it like he was trying to help smaller streamers, but a lot of stuff he had pre-planned. And it's cool. You can have it pre-planned, but let's say that. You know what I'm saying? Have Lizzo and Sky Jackson be special guests. Don't have them be the actual students. I think if I was doing it, the students would be a lot of the smaller creators. The professors would be the bigger creators. Maybe like a guidance counselor. Those would be like bigger creators. You know what I'm saying? And then like the super celebrities like Lizzo and stuff like that, maybe they'll be like, I don't even know. Maybe they could be guidance counselors or something like that. But the actual students, I would make them like pretty much like 80-90% smaller creators, like 1 million subscribers and under. And I would, you know what I'm saying? Because you do have to have some famous people there. If he just has all smaller streamers, some people probably would get put on like that, but not the majority, bro. Like it wouldn't be as big of an event as it is when you bring Lizzo, because now Lizzo's fans are tuning in. Now Sky Jackson's fans are tuning in. You know what I'm saying? He probably feel like he gotta have some of them BBL hoes on there because now some niggas is gonna tune in just to goon. You feel me? Like it's meticulous. You know what I mean? So that's the only thing. If I ever got in contact with Cenat, I would say, bro, make the bigger creators like professors or like guidance counselors and shit. But again, this is his second year. I can't expect everything to be 100% perfect, and I'm sure he's going to keep making more improvements. You know what I'm saying? And that just is what it is, bro. I don't know what the fuck y'all want him to do for real. Like, all jokes aside, this me being me now, like, just being real. Like, okay, yeah, do I disagree with the fact that he had y'all come to auditions and he kind of already knew damn well that he already had a lot of his people picked? and he already knew that he didn't disclose to y'all that he was gonna have his friends skip the line to clip farm and shit like in the auditions. I didn't like that any more than the next man. But nigga, to talk to you made it a black thing. Didn't nobody else talk about black people? That's what you said. You could have said everything you're saying right now without bringing in race.
It was me versus the truth. Nobody wants to see that in this game of Streamer University, everyone is a pawn in Kai's game. Everyone that's defending him, you do not realize it was never gonna happen for you. Right. He was giving you false hope.
We're gonna dive into the actual analytics of small streamers who got into Streamer University, because that's just been a claim that a bunch of people have been running around with, driving me insane left and right. But him trying to sit here and say that why is it him versus black people, as if in his original video he didn't go out of his way to call out black people for no reason, not even just black creators, no, black people for doing absolutely nothing. And then trying to sit here and push that entire point away by saying no, he's actually standing up for us. He's standing up for these smaller black creators by calling out the fact that Cenat is allowing majority black people into his Streamer University, but then saying that no, that's actually a bad point because it's not actually small black creators. He doesn't seem like he knows what he wants to say or do, and the amount of backtracking that he's doing in this entire video that just doesn't make his original video seem good in the first place is pretty wild to me. And we're going to dive into the fact of having small creators in Streamer University, which there are a lot of unknown names, way more than people actually would expect.
Let's take a look at some data from Streamer University. Believe it or not,
we already went over this data, but this data is a little skewed because some of the smaller streamers are still people that Cenat knows. So Cenat is friends with these people, or he knows somebody that knows somebody that, you know what I'm saying? They might just not have the biggest numbers. Like Dream Doll, for example, she doesn't have biggest numbers, but she was obviously handpicked, or her agent called Kai's agent. It was obviously some backdoor shit going on with that going on, you know what I'm saying? But she's a part of that small streamer, but she's not small when it comes to celebrity, you know what I'm saying? So it's a few people like that.
This is the data from all the streamers
so it's not
that got accepted to SU. What you're looking at here is all the streamers and their average viewers per stream. So let's dive into this. 40% of the streamers that got accepted averaged 1 to 150 viewers per stream. So to me, I consider these the small streamers, and they made up 40% of the acceptance rate. Next is 18.3%, and these guys averaged from 151 to 500 viewers per stream. Then we have 17.5%, which is zero. Zero means these guys don't stream.
I shouldn't be surprised that people on the internet—
That's a lot, gang. Zero means they don't stream is crazy. So how'd they get in Streamer U? That's probably like the Lizzos and shit like that. 17.5 is a little crazy. I'm not gonna lie. See, I would want a more. This is just me being logical and intelligent. I would want it to be a lot more detailed in the data, because 17.5%, that's a decent amount. I'm not gonna lie. Almost 20% of your people don't stream. That's crazy. And then 1 to 150 is a big range. Maybe let's do 1 to 25, 25 to 50, 100 to 150. Like, you know what I'm saying? Something like that, where it would be a little bit more, just I would be able to see more. You know what I'm saying? These numbers kind of go from 0 to 10,000 in 5. It's kind of like big increments.
Zero means these guys don't stream.
I shouldn't be surprised that people on the internet aren't looking into the actual analytics that are happening at Streamer University and don't understand that small streamers are actually getting in. I mean, I've done multiple Streamer University videos in the past when Kai did his first one and said the exact same thing on repeat. Obviously, you're seeing the biggest names, the biggest people that got in, because they have the biggest platforms. They have all of their clippers posting it. They have all of the Twitter channels actually posting about it because they are known. The smaller streamers that are actually getting recognized and put into Streamer University won't have an actual platform until they get put next to these bigger creators, because most of the time that's where all of the eyes are looking. And it's the internet, so I can't get too mad at this fact, because obviously people are just going to try to drive a point that they like and just go with that narrative regardless of the tools that they have at their disposal to see that it's actually not true. And it's not even like people were just mad that black creators were getting in. It's apparently very very bad that Mexican creators also were not getting recognized, with only one of them apparently being accepted into Streamer University.
Streamer University only has one Mexican right now. What does that mean? At this point of view, like, start a Mexican program, shit, because I'm like, there's no Mexicans in Streamer University.
Not Wendy, not Evan, not Johnny, not Chuzzington. Only 2 streamers.
I would like to give y'all the same runaround and say it's Kai's event. He can invite whoever he wants.
That's like saying it's only 2 Mexicans in the NBA. Yeah, because y'all ass is 5'2" and y'all don't hoop. Y'all play soccer. You get what I'm saying? Like, all right, bro. It's not his responsibility to go out his way. He black, which means he watch black streamers. Which means if he watch black streamers and he interact with other black people and black streamers, he's probably going to naturally pick black streamers to come to Streamer U. He's probably not going to, what the fuck? I don't know no Mexican streamers. I can't tell you one right now. I can't tell you. What's the girl name? Wendy Ortiz. I don't even know what the fuck I can't tell you what she looked like. I just heard the name. She sound like she's Spanish. And then what, Johnny, fucking DDG's old cameraman? My nigga, I don't know. I can't tell you 5 things them niggas that did. I can tell you about Suburb, baby. I done seen him plenty of times. I can tell you about Blackboy Max. I can tell you about, you know what I'm saying? I can't even think of other people that's on there. But I can tell you about Dub, DDG. At least I know them for some, nigga. What the fuck? I'm black. You gonna ask me about some shit what the hell?
Point still stands, but apparently even in the Hispanic community when it comes to streaming, there were a lot of reasons as to why Cenat wouldn't invite certain streamers that I wasn't even made aware of until I made this video. The amount of racism I'm seeing from certain creators that are actually saying this stuff, either saying the N-word, talking bad about certain black creators, but all of a sudden trying to get into a big black creators event is very bizarre to me, because for you to show blatant disrespect to our community, but then ask to be a part of an event like this, who can see who's hosting it and see who he wants to uplift and how he wants to uplift a lot of people. I don't understand how they thought they were going to get in the first place. And because I was pretty ignorant to the entire situation, when I ended up seeing Wendy Ortiz, a very prominent figure and big creator in this community, talk about it, that's how I knew it was a very big issue.
But like,
I've seen her face before, but I don't know what she's known for. I don't know shit about her. I just heard her name before.
Understand? Like, the reason he didn't invite the bigger like Hispanic streamers that we know is because literally 90% of them say the N-word. Like, they say that, like, they're on camera, on live, they know they're being recorded, and they say the N-word. They like continuously say the N-word. So I don't know what people expect from Cenat.
I mean, when you hear something like that, what do these people actually expect? Funny enough, the creator I showed you in one of those clips actually is the person that does be saying the N-word too when he is doing his live streams. Like, I don't understand how people could grasp this concept of, I have this big event that's going on hosted by a big black creator and I'm being disrespectful to their community, so obviously I have a chance of getting in. When you say it out loud and say it like that, it doesn't make any real sense. I know a lot of you are probably sitting here being like, yo, Novelty, can we see examples of this? We're hearing Wendy Ortiz said, we're hearing you said, but we haven't seen anybody actually do these things. And don't worry, I have an entire compilation that I found on TikTok for y'all.
I'm a university and streamer special, and I'm just gonna put a bunch of Mexican streamers, Hispanic content creators.
For a reason, you guys were slaves. You guys don't know anything better than the steal. Like, oh my.
For the record, I don't talk about these bitches. I don't talk about these niggas. I'm just getting to these figures. OnlyFans is getting bigger. Got these bitches in their feelings. Pussy can't make it. Fuck.
It's just a word I grew up with. I just grew up with that word. I grew up hearing it. I grew up with black people. I was cool with black people, you know.
The fact that any of these creators thought they were going to get into Streamer University.
It's just like you say something bad about these Jewish people if you want to. Go on Google and find out how many companies in the world are owned and operated by Jewish people, and then get your ass on that platform and disrespect them, and then you think you gonna keep staying? No, that's not how this works. You think you gonna go against the people who own this? Basically, you think you gonna come in my house with some muddy shoes on and kick your feet up on my couch, on my coffee table, go in my refrigerator and drink my shit, and I'm not gonna kick you out my house? That basically what you saying. You gonna come in my house, disrespect the shit out of me, and I'm supposed to let you stay here and for free and just give you all the food and all the money, right? That's just dumb, bro. That's stupid. That's just dumb. You wouldn't call your mama a bitch and then expect her to pay the bills here. You wouldn't call your dad a hoe and expect him to pay the bills and buy you Gucci and Louis and Prada. That's just dumb. This doesn't make any fucking sense. Period. So I ain't got no problem with this shit at all, nigga. And it ain't got nothing to do with race and none of that. It just got something to do with nobody else is doing shit for black creators at all. At all. And I've said that multiple times that I give Cenat 100% credit. Even if whether I disagree with how he do it, when he do it, where he do it, whatever. And until he invite me, nigga, I'm disagreeing. But he is doing something for black creators that nobody else is doing. Nobody. You know what I'm saying? The only other person I could tell you that put people on for real that I seen is Funny Mike. I've seen Funny Mike put a lot of children on with the bad kids and all that. He has a lot of ideas and it's worked. Other than that, I don't see y'all doing he has streamer prom and stuff like that. But I ain't seen none of y'all do shit for us, gang. Including myself. I did some shit for black people, but I ain't did as much as what they doing. So it's like, come on, gang.
When it comes to...
You're not black!
You're not at Streamer University!
Shut up.
Or break your career. If you're a good creator and genuinely like making content, getting into Streamer U is going to be a good motivator and something that does push you forward. But if you don't get in and you still enjoy making content, it shouldn't stop you from making content. It definitely shouldn't have you disrespecting the event that literally a week ago you were doing all these jumping jacks and running through all these hoops in order to get into. He is doing Streamer U every single year. He has said it himself. Just because you didn't get into it this year doesn't mean you don't have a chance next year, or the year after that, or the year after that, or the year after that. And even with these following years coming, the more small creators actually getting in, the more creators getting recognized, I can already tell it's going to be the exact same conversation over and over again. But at the end of the day, that is just how
I agree with that one. It's going to be the same shit every year. Somebody always going to be mad, you know what I'm saying? And to be honest, bro, somebody's always going to get left out. Cenat is never going to be perfect. He's a human being. He can't be perfect. He has to have a mix of girls and this person. And you know what I'm saying? Because it's his event. He's never going to, you can't satisfy every single person, bro. You know what I'm saying? You just can't. You can't. It's people that in the NBA draft, it's players that didn't get drafted that are better than players who got drafted, but maybe they didn't, the teams didn't see that, or the teams didn't, you weren't on the team's radar, or whatever. Like, they're never going to get it right. If the biggest corporations, the biggest companies, the biggest conglomerates in the world, like the NBA, the NFL, the NBA has had multiple #1 overall picks that were ass. You feel me? And in that same draft, they had a 36 pick that turned out to be way better than a first overall pick. So it's like, nobody's ever going to be perfect, bro. Like, it just is what it is. He's always going to leave out a great creator. XXL freshman cover, they used to leave out rappers who deserve that shit all the time. You know what I'm saying? They had Lil Bibby on the cover without Lil Herb, G Herbo. Like, how the fuck do that work? You feel me? And it's like, that just is what it is, bro. But you can't really get all deep in your feelings like that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to be honest with you, gang. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. Regardless of if I get in or not, we should all appreciate the fact that Cenat is giving us content to talk about, to react to join in on, you know what I'm saying? He's just giving us a storyline for us to all make bread. Like, I don't have to be in Streamer University to make money off of it. I'll probably end up making $100,000 just off Streamer University, minimum. Just sitting here and watching it. So we also have to remember that. We have to remember that you TikTokers can put stuff together. Y'all can do shit and talk about Streamer U. You know what I'm saying? Y'all could do that and make as much, not as much, but make a good money, bro. And it's just, I don't know. You gotta take what you can take from whatever you could take it. You know what I'm saying? You can't go out your way to fucking, everything ain't gonna always be your way, gang. It just is what it is. You gotta work, nigga. If you feel like, you know, because this is what I will say as well. When it comes to people, that life is about perspectives. So if, let's say, one of those people, let's say y'all are criticizing Cenat because he doesn't have a lot of small streamers. You're probably saying that because you're a small streamer. But I guarantee you, if you go from 500 followers to 5 million followers in the next 3 months, and he doesn't pick you for Streamer U, you'll be mad then too, right? It's all about perspective. So it's a lot of people who are huge streamers and content creators that may have not gotten in. And they have applied and didn't get in. But you don't sympathize with them because you're a smaller creator. But if you went from small and you were the biggest streamer of 2027 and summer came around and Cenat did another Streamer University and he did not pick you, you would still be angry. So last year, in that scenario, you were angry because he didn't have a lot of small streamers. But this year you're angry because you're a big streamer now and you know that he knows who you are and he still didn't pick you. So now you're still angry. You see what I'm saying? It's just all about perspectives, bro.